Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It is Sunday, August 20th, and this weekend we are airing snippets of our conversation with Dave Stachowiak. He is basically a workplace leadership coach. He has a company called Coaching for Leaders, and he very kindly spent some time with us on our last live webinar. And if you would like to see the entire interview, see it because it's video, you will have to subscribe to our service called Jill on Money Live. That's where you have access to those quarterly live webinars and lots of cool special content that comes in as a bonus. So check that out. For $35, you can get not just Dave, but you can get our first webinar, which was so much fun with Ed Slott, and you'll be able to join us on our upcoming webinar with Nate Burleson. We're talking NFL season, the business of sports. Nate is the co-anchor of CBS Mornings and the studio analyst for CBS's The NFL Today Show. We are going to have so much fun. I know that I will love this. Sports and money, what could be better? Okay, right now, let's get to the second part of our little teaser episode. This is Dave Stachowiak from Coaching for Leaders. And guess what? He's got a much better term for work-life balance. You'll see. I think that so many of us, we identify so much with our careers. And I think post-pandemic, many of us are struggling to try to figure out how to have a little bit, I'm going to use the word that the guy used today, Mark, harmony in our lives, not balance, but harmony, like having things. And here we are available all the time, which is great. Like I can be at the beach and do a podcast. But sometimes things really do feel out of whack and you feel fragmented because you're doing so much at work, but you've got a home life and it's all sort of jumbled together. And I'm wondering if you can offer some advice on that, because I know you hear from people who have this struggle.
Oh, yeah. First of all, I think we should get rid of the term work-life balance because there is no such thing. Like, I don't know anyone, me included, who has perfect balance and on any day, much like for the whole of my career. So I think about it as work-life integration. Like, how do we make these things work together, especially now in this post, hopefully, pandemic world, right? And the way I try to think about that, Jill, is I think about the analogy of like flying on a Cessna versus flying on a 747.
I picked the 747.
Me too, because it has 4 engines and there's 2 pilots and there's fail-safes, right? The nice thing about flying a Cessna is like you can go wherever you want to go and you're in control and all that. And that's all great until like the engine dies and something goes wrong, right? Because if you only got one engine and something goes wrong, you're going down, hopefully in a controlled way, but you're going down. If you have a 747, the 747 can land on one engine if it has to. And so when I think about that analogy in like our lives of like, if you find yourself in a situation where you're relying on one engine, work is everything, or my children are everything right now, I think that makes really, really hard days when those engines go down sometimes. And so the invitation I make with people that I work with is, if you find that you're stressing because you've got everything riding on one engine, put another engine on the plane. Like find a hobby, an activity, build a new relationship, go out and volunteer for your neighborhood softball team, which I did a few days ago. Find something that like just gets another engine on the plane a little bit, because we're all going to hit turbulence, right? So I'm really stretching the analogy now.
I love it. I love it so much. I'm stealing it. I love it.
Please. But it's like, that's just life. So, the more engines we have, I think the smoother ride.
If you would like to see that entire interview with Dave Stachowiak from Coaching for Leaders, all you need to do is subscribe to Jill on Money Live, $35. You get Dave, you get Ed Slott, you'll get the upcoming webinar with Nate Burleson, and lots of cool bonus content. Check it out. Everything lives on the website, jillonmoney.com. And of course, if you have a financial question, just hit the Contact Us button while you're on the website. We would be delighted to have you on the air. Try to put your hands metaphorically on someone's back. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.